warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're all good. Last week I posted a picture of our own mates and people letters, and many of us showed interest and would want to know how I went about getting it. So I decided today to make a video on how you go about it. These are the materials you need. This is your template, your glue, your scissors, your spray paint, your brush, your pen, your cutter, knife cutter, your knife, your ruler, the sandpaper itself, and the straw board. The next thing I will talk about is your alternative. First, I will talk about the spray paint. It's expensive. It's 800 naira for one, and to be able to follow through with the Montessori method, you would need green. You need in green, blue, and red. So the other alternative I have here is to make use of the paint. Yeah, aburo. They call it aburo. It's expensive too. It's 400 for a cup. So 400 for three colors, 1, 2. And if you think you won't be able to afford that too, you can go ahead and get embossed paper. This embossed paper is just like cardboard paper, but it's the thicker one, and it has color red and color blue and color green. You can get those ones too. The next one I will talk about is the other alternative for the straw board. This one here. The straw board is now expensive. So I won't advise you use a cardboard. No, it's not worth the stress because it won't be durable. I would like that you use a carton. Indomie carton, biscuit carton is still, it has some strength to it. So those are the alternatives that, in case you don't have any of these materials here, that they are expensive, you can go for the embossed paper. The three, if you get the cardboard size in blue, um, red, and green, it will cut out the numbers, cut out the letters. They have the uppercase, lowercase, the diagrams, and for the three is 450, so it's less expensive. So let's get started with how to make it. First of all, you get your template, you get them printed out, and if you think printing them is expensive, you can get someone who's writing, who is very fine around you, to help you write the uppercase letters, the uppercase letters, rather the lowercase letters, the numbers 0 to 9, and the diagrams. There are 15 of them. If you need the template, I will send to you. Just get the person to copy out from your phone for you onto a white paper that you can cut out. So when you cut the template out, you have this. I've done for letter A, and this is what I got. Can you see letter A? You cut them out from the template. You cut all the letters out. That should be the first step. If you're doing only the lowercase letter, lowercase letters rather, you cut them out. Uppercase letter, you cut them out. The numbers, you cut them out. So the next step then is to draw this. Draw this on your sandpaper. The Draw them on your sandpaper like this. The sandpaper. Please don't draw them out on it like this. When you flip it, it won't give you the letters in their correct way. So you flip this template and place it like this. Then you trace out. You do this for all the letters. You trace out. Why I advise doing this for all the letters is that it helps to save space. You draw it. When you draw it here, you find a place to put B. You not necessarily you write all the letters accordingly. You fit them on the sandpaper letter where you think each of them can fit in order to save space and to minimize your sandpaper. So after which, this is my traced out copy. Okay, look here. This is my traced out A. This is traced out A. I hope you can see it. Okay, this is the traced out A. Yes, this is traced out A. So after you do this for all the letters, you do it for all the letters, and then when you've done it, you cut out. You cut this shape out, and that's where the knife cutter and your ruler comes in place. You place the ruler as a marking guide, so you'll be able to cut it out. So you can use your blade too. You can use, or your scissors, you can use your scissors too. So whatever you find that is readily available for you to cut and to serve the purpose of cutting, you can use that. So I've done the cutting of letter A, and this was what I got. Yes, you're looking at color green on the sandpaper. I deliberately sprayed it. On my sandpaper at home, I sprayed the sandpaper gold. I wanted something catchy, I wanted something bright. But if you think you don't want to expend more money on doing that, you can go ahead with the brown color. There's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. So when you cut it out, you cut this out for all the letters too. You cut it out for all the letters. When you do that, it comes to the next stage. The next stage is prepping of the cardboard, no, the carton paper and or the straw board if you have, and the embossed paper if you're going without spray paint. So what you do is you cut them out in this shape, a 6 by 4 inches rectangle. So if it's your your carton paper to the carton of your Indomie, whatever, you recycle it, you cut it out this way. So for those of us who want to be able to go along with the spray paint, if you got the embossed paper, the A4, the cardboard size, they sell it for 150. It's expensive than the cardboard paper, but I don't think there's a red color for cardboard. So that's why I advise that we make use of this one. Excuse me. So it's 150. You just need one of each. That's 450. So you prep it out in this size too, 4 by 5, 4 by 6 inches. So for those of us that are not using prepping, that we are using like this, the next step for us is to they cut out one of the cardboard of the embossed paper. We glue it to the surface of our carton or the surface of our straw board, or whatever way we think we would find is that it will be more useful for us, or whatever surface you think is strong and can hold this sandpaper and will be durable enough. So you glue them, you glue the cut out embossed papers to those surfaces. So after gluing it out, you then, and the last step is to, and this is my own, I sprayed this one, is then to use the sandpaper on this. Okay, the next step is for us to glue the cut out sandpaper later to the base, and that's where the brush and the glue comes into here. Okay, let's use this as an example. Use the brush. Yeah, all you need to do is to pour a little of your gum in a small bowl that you will be using for gluing purpose. So me, since I don't need that for now, I just need a drop. So this is the glue. Close it because it dries up easily. So you place it here. And rub it on the surface here. Just rub it. No, not too generous. And leave it to dry. You have to leave it to dry for it to have the more sticky effect. And that was why I said we should cut out the template. We should prep the bases. We shouldn't do it one after the other. So while this one is drying off, you'll be applying glue to the others, and maybe after a couple of glue being applied to some letters BCD, this one will be dry enough for you to stick it to the base. So that's all on how to make your sandpaper letters. Let me show you um some of hers. So I left it to dry a bit and I applied it on it. So that's it. All you have to do is leave it for a while for it to be ready to be used by kids. And something I did mention earlier, for those of us who would like to use a spray paint, please spray the sandpaper outside, because it has this smell to it and it could be too toxic to the system. So go outside, spray it, let it dry, let the smell go. Maybe you leave it overnight. So like I said, spray the paint outside. So you push it down. Sometimes you push it down and then leave it to dry, because it has this alcohol petrol smell to it. So leave it to dry outside so that the smell can the smell most of the smell would have gone off it before you bring it inside. So like I said, this is our own sandpaper letters. Let me show them to you. So we have the A. We have the A's. Our own sandpaper letters. Okay, this is the numbers. This is 1. I, I, and I think the uppercase letter are on this edge. Yes, this is D. This is E. This is F. This is G. G. Yes, you'll be wondering why the E is in blue and the other consonants are in G and red. And that's how it is. The whatever color you use for the consonant, the opposite color would be what you use for the for the vowels. To be able to, when you want to teach consonants and vowels, you'll be able to think, okay, A, E, I. Children, okay, pick the vowels. They know what colors they're going to pick from, and pick the consonant. They know from what colors they're going to pick from. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not mind the poor quality. Just take whatever is beneficial from it, and if you practice it, would love for you to share yours with me. It keeps the zeal going. Thank you once again. May you find it beneficial. Assalamu alaikum. Have a lovely day.